Hi, I'm Gary Westby, champagne buyer at K&L Wine Merchants, and today I'm going to cook up one of my favorite little recipes for pairing with champagne. I've got my Michel Arnaud apron on because we're going to have one of his vintage wines, his 2002, which has sadly been long since sold out. We're on the 05 now. This is a blend of half very old vine Verzenay fruit and half Chardonnay from the Grand Cru of Auger, which he actually traded with the lovely Ms. Casals for. So the grower producers are allowed to trade up to 1% of their production. His Pinot Noir, red Pinot Noir for making rosé, is always in high demand, so he can get access to some really nice stuff in trade. So this is what we're going to pair with it, and I think that this goes really well with a whole bunch of different champagnes, and is one of my biggest go-tos. It's also super easy to make. You need to get a can of oil-packed tuna. I usually use half of a Meyer lemon, but we had some real tiny ones, so I'm doing 3 of the little ones, but usually a half of a normal-sized lemon produces tons of juice, enough juice for the recipe. And then I've got 4 ounces of cream here, and some pepper to taste. So I start by taking after opening the can, I try and get rid of some of the excess oil by just pressing it out. I'm not too fussy about it. I just use the top of the can to give her a little shake out, and then flip it around to the other side to get a little more of the oil out. But that's usually just fine. And I'll reach in for a fork or other implement. I do it in the mini chopper. You know, a blender will work fine too. You can see I didn't get all the oil out, but just the rudest bits. Scrape this out here. One of the problems with pressing out the oil that way is that it compresses all of the tuna down a little bit. It makes it a little hard to get out as it goes all over the counter here. Get that all in here. And then I usually add half of the cream to start, just to, now I'll just not in half, but you get the idea. And then I pulse it. One of the big things is not to over blend this. If you over blend it, you can actually start to turn the cream even a little bit into butter, which can be a really problem. So I pulse it out, usually on low. And as it starts to break up and get chunky like this, that's when I add my lemon juice. When you're squeezing the lemons, if you're doing it directly into the chopper and not into another receptacle first, I like to do it in my fist like this, so I can catch all of the seeds that drop out. You don't want chopped up seeds in your mousse. Actually, these came from Cinnamon's garden plot, and she was worried that they wouldn't be any good at all, and they don't seem to be making a whole lot of juice. Maybe not enough in these, maybe not a half a lemon's worth, but that's okay because we've got we can adapt. I happen to have a little half of an orange here, and use a little bit of the juice from there. And I'm picking out a couple of the seeds that I wasn't managed to drop in there. And we'll give another pulse. It's looking more like it now. I'm going to add the rest of the cream. that's starting to look like it should. Give it a little push around. Give it a little taste, see where we're at. It's actually pretty close. I'm going to go ahead and add a little pepper. Give it another little pulse. Mix that in. Put it on high. And then I'm going to put it into my ramekin here. Spatula would probably be better for this, but going the bachelor way and trying not to make too many dishes. I often like to garnish it for company with just a little piece of Italian parsley or something, and then we most often just serve it with breadsticks. So there we go, the finished product. All it needs is a little bit of the finished product to go with it, and we're in business.